Good evening and welcome. Thanks for joining me. I'm Cheryl and this is Your Journey Yoga. And it's just time to wind down and do a little yoga, a little stretching, a little movement, a little breathing, and a little checking in and letting go from the day. I hope it's been a good one, and I hope you're ready to just really kind of chill out, wind down, and get your body and your mind in a good space to get a good night's sleep. So we're going to come down onto our back. So finding a safe way to come down. Pulling those knees in towards your chest, bringing your hands to your shins. Relax the weight of your arms and just let your shoulder blades nestle down against the mat. Maybe interlace your fingers. Let the weight of your arms gently pull those knees in. Close your eyes, relax your jaw. And gently let your head drift to the right. Let your head relax. No right or wrong here. Just making sure there's no discomfort. This should feel super good. Object here is to just really quiet the body. Inhaling, head back through center. And then over to the left. A little tuck of your chin. Ideally, maybe you're already in your jammies or at least in some comfy clothes. We've had a little time away from our phones and computers and the television. We close our eyes and we breathe slow and steady. We once again bring our gaze back towards center. We place that right foot to the mat, keeping that left knee in, and just gently pull it in. Just roll the ankle. This is all soft and gentle. This is not intense. Just moving. Really, it's about checking in with your breath, checking in with your body, making sure that breath is slow and steady. And if your body needs any extra little TLC, let's gently soften the foot, crossing that left ankle over the right knee, and just a gentle press away with that left hand, or you can just simply relax your hands wherever you like. If you've chosen to gently press away, the key word is gentle. Releasing that pressure and gently set that left foot down right by your bottom. And then that right ankle crosses over the left knee. Again, you can rest your hands wherever you wish, or if you choose to, you can give a gentle press away on that right knee. Intensity is super low here, my friends. This is just about your breath. And using that breath to let go into quiet. Gently releasing that right hand, placing that right foot to the mat. Go ahead and extend those arms out and away from your body. We're going to heel toe those feet open a little bit wider than your mat and slide those feet out and away from you just a little bit. And let's gently rock the hips and those knees side to side. Doesn't matter which direction you start. And just take it from one side to the other. Gaze can be up towards the ceiling. You can close your eyes, or if you like, you can even look in the opposite direction of where your knees are falling. Again, you can close your eyes, taking that gaze over to the other side. So we look to the left as the knees fall to the right, or vice versa. If you don't feel like moving your head, just keep that gaze straight up. This is all about you. Whatever it is that you need. Let's come back to center. We keep that pelvis level. Adjust however you need to adjust. I like to have my hands on my pelvis just so I can really feel if it tries to shift. And we're going to draw that right foot out and away just a little bit, and then draw that right knee in. And you might have to kind of play with where your foot needs to be. Now maybe a smidge more intensity here, but nothing above a 5. So we're just really encouraging motion internally, so that internal rotation through the hip joint of the head of our femur while we work to keep that pelvis as level as we can. Now, it's not a perfect world. It's okay. It doesn't have to be a perfect world, but we're going to do our very best to keep that pelvis level. And then gently release, walk that right foot in, and you might need to walk that left foot out and away from you just a little bit as you wish, drawing that left knee in. And again, we work to keep that left side of the pelvis from lifting. You'll probably notice that one side, there's a little more ease than the other. Range of motion might be a little different one side versus the other. It's okay. Focus on your breath. If you're holding your breath, definitely too deep. Back it off a little bit. As we're here reflecting on the day, gently releasing that left knee, heel toe those feet back in. Hands are down by your sides, palms to the mat, a little pelvic tilt, and begin to press and lift your hips to the sky. A slow, gentle peel of your spine off the mat. One vertebra lifting at a time, knees staying right in line with those hips. Coming up to our bridge pose. It doesn't need to be your highest bridge pose, just a little squeeze of your buns. And then ever so slowly, one vertebra at a time, coming back down. Keeping that pelvic tilt, hollowing the tummy. And a gentle release. We're going to do that 2 more times. Remember, getting that little pelvic tilt, feeling the small of the back press into the mat, and then each and every vertebra lift up off the mat. So as we reflect on our day, think about one thing that made you laugh. One thing that you learned. One thing that you taught. One thing you do again. One more time, pelvic tilt. And one thing you do differently. Was today a day of self-care? Was today a day of doing? And self-care just means that it was rewarding to you. Even if that means you didn't do a whole lot. Let's gently take both knees to the left, open those arms out to a T, and turn and look out over that right arm. Self-care to you might be ticking things off of your to-do list. Maybe it's having extra time to read, to drink an extra cup of coffee or tea. Maybe it's having time with a friend, your spouse, a parent, a sibling. Slowly bringing it back through center. And then we let both knees fall to the right. And we turn and look out over that left arm. Maybe it's taking care of other people. Oftentimes, as we take care of others, we forget to take care of ourselves. Even if you consider taking care of others, self-care to you depletes your energy. Make sure you take time to replenish that energy. Doing just that right now. I'm proud of you. Thank you for joining me to do just that. That's my story. I love taking care of people. I'm pretty good at it most of the time, but I do sometimes forget to take care of myself. I get to do that here with you. Thank you for that. And slowly coming back to center. Bringing those arms up and overhead. Extending those legs out long, one at a time. Let's lift that left leg and take it over to the outside left corner of your mat, and then cross your right ankle up and over the left. And as you do that, I want you to feel that really nice stretch that's already happening through the pelvis along the outside, particularly that right side. Now we're going to lift the upper body and we're going to bring it up and over to the top left corner of the mat, and we're going to work to open up the chest. So that right side of the body is going to try and lift off, and more weight on that left side. I invite you to kind of press through the right side of your body, getting that right glute, that right bottom cheek to the mat. You can actually take a hold of that left wrist with your right hand, or take a hold with that left hand to the right wrist and gently pull it a little bit more. So play with it, see what feels good to you, and breathe. Find your breath, slow it down. We release the hands. If you're holding on, come back through center. Lift that right leg and take that right foot down towards the bottom right corner of your mat, and then cross that left ankle over the right. We lift the upper body and bring those arms and the torso, the head up towards the upper right corner of your mat. And again, you can take a hold of that left wrist with your right hand. You can take a hold of the right wrist with your left hand, or you could just stack those hands. Just see what feels good to you. And then work to press that left side of your body to the mat. We've made ourselves into a little bit of a crescent shape, a crescent moon. Stretching the belly, the ribs, the shoulders. Now, if that causes tension in your shoulders, just relax the arms. Let them be heavy. Bend those elbows. And just breathe. And we lift that upper body, coming back to center. Lifting that left leg, bringing it back to center, and then the right. We pull that right knee in, and then the left. Hands to the shins, gently rocking side to side. As you slow that rock down, do you feel that gentle pressure crossing across the back of the pelvis, the small of the back? Just breathe in. We come back to center. Keep those knees tucked in nice and tight, and roll all the way to the right. Release your shins, let your knees gently fall, and then open those arms out to a nice wide T. Turn and look out over that left arm. With those knees up a little bit tighter, notice how that feels. Oh my goodness. If you're not getting that sensation of oh my goodness, pull those knees down and away a little bit. Just because it feels amazing to me does not mean it's going to have the same influence on you. I hope it does, but not always. We're made differently. We feel things differently. Our body needs different things. And then slowly we bring those knees back to center. Keep those knees tucked in tight, and then gently take them over to the left. Oh, we let those knees gently fall, just keeping them up as high as feels good to you. We open the chest towards the sky and look out over that right arm. And breathe. And gently let's bring it back to center. Crossing the ankles, reaching down, take a hold just above the ankles and pull the knees in. Doesn't matter which leg's on top. Releasing and gently switching, other leg on top, reach down, take a hold just above the ankles and pull it in. Gently releasing, we roll it to our side and use the strength of the arms to help yourself come back up. Let's come to a seated position. Any kind of seated position that feels good to you. Sit up nice and tall. Rest your hands comfortably. Close your eyes. Take in slow, big, deep breaths. We bring our hands to heart center. We lift the base of the thumbs to the center of the forehead and gently press the base of the thumbs into the center of the forehead. Thankful for the day we had. Open to a good night's sleep. Feeling safe, feeling calm, feeling healthy. Gently bring your hands down to heart center. Open your eyes. My friend, thank you. I hope you do have an amazing night's sleep and you wake up refreshed and ready for the day. And until the next time, light, love, and namaste. Sleep sweet, my friend.